Hello, dear friend. Welcome to Tarot Plus and your daily tarot reading. Let's start out by seeing what energies we are dealing with today and what are the hidden energies that are here to help us. Okay. The energies we are working with are perception. And this is a heart-based way of looking at things, because your perception of how you are, where you are, what you are can change as your heart heals and as your heart opens. This is the story of a person who thought her garden was not that pretty or didn't have the things that other people's gardens had. So she went on this journey in and around and ended up coming back to the same garden, which was her garden. But during her journey around and about, her heart opened up and things transformed in the way that she looked at things. You can see by the butterflies that things transformed, and there was a new light that she felt within herself when she came back to her garden. And then she started seeing these beautiful gems in her garden. And that's what your life is like. That's the energies of your life right now, because you're actually opening your heart to look at things in a different way. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on this journey that you're on. And we're all on a journey, whether we know it or not, whether we choose it or not. Because even if we choose not to be on a journey, that kind of leans to the indication that we're letting somebody else choose the journey that we're on. So in other words, you're choosing to let somebody else choose your journey and direct where you go. So that in and of itself is a perception, right? So when you choose your own journey and you move forward, then that is your choice. And it's also your choice to do nothing, which would allow somebody else to make the choices for you. Anyway, that is just kind of my brief summary of that card. Let's see what energies are working around you and helping you. Okay, so your spirit people are helping you to let go of something that is holding you back. You may feel stuck in a certain feeling, and it may not be the best feeling in the world right now, but as you change your perception, even if you just look behind you and you see the rays of sunshine beyond where you're at right now, then you can get to that point to change how you are feeling once you release what is bothering you. Okay, so let's see what the cards have to say about this. All right, so those are the energies that we're dealing with today. Okay. Now we are going to see who I'm reading for. What would describe parts of yourself that need to see this reading today? And if you connect with this, that's fantastic. If you don't, hang around anyway, because there may be something else that connects with you. Okay, so I am talking to somebody who is letting go of certain burdens you have let go, or you're in the process of letting go. So that's part of the release. That's part of the release of the energies that are helping you right now. So you're letting go of that, and you're bringing in self-care modalities into your life. You're bringing in healthier foods, you're bringing in exercise, you're bringing in that stability, or you've already brought that in, that stability of the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles, whoa, something just fell over here. Let me move that out of the way. Must have been my energy just pouring out of me here, because I love the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who has a pantry full of food, who has menu planning, who has long-term goals, who is very hospitable with other people, who invites people in, who on the spur of the moment shares with people the abundance that she has. And this is not something that you have done by accident. This is something you have done intentionally. So you have released burdens so that you can spend more time in a very stable, self-care, long-term, beautiful environment. Even the roses in the window, it's like you are unfolding into this seriously beautiful human being that is very delicate, like a rose, but very firm and strong with boundaries, because the rose bush has thorns on it. So you're not going to let somebody into your life that is going to disrupt this beautiful life that you have created for yourself as a human being. That's what we're here for, is to enjoy life as human beings, to have the human experience as a spirit. Parts of us have solidified into the energy of a human. So this is fantastic, because now you have freed yourself up to further your education. So you have let go of some burdens, you have set your foundation, your boundaries, and you have long-term goals. And now you're opening up to different viewpoints and different ways of communicating and learning. And that has opened in you this unbelievable desire to tell everybody how you got to where you are, and how they could do it too. You want to share that with them. Okay, so let's see where you're heading. Okay, so where you're heading is the Five of Pentacles reversed. So you are healing. You're healing. Oh, and the Five of Swords reversed. This is fantastic. Okay, so you're not just healing your physical body, you are healing your mental body, your mind. You are I'll say learning how to compromise, how not to consider every single thing as a win at all cost, and how not to get sucked into doing everything for everybody. And that's part of your healing with the Five of Pentacles reversed. I mean, look at this. You have come in out of the rain. You have found a way to heal yourself so that you can get stronger. Now, this could be healing, financial healing. This could be healing to do with a job or career or work situation. This could be one of those tangible things that you could have moved somewhere, and that's where you set up where you set up shop as this Queen of Pentacles. And because you are where you're heading and where you are going is a place of compromise. Excuse me. So with all this new information that you've been learning and really racing towards, it's very exciting. You are also learning to compromise. So even though you're dying to share, sorry about that, you're dying to share all these things that you have learned with other people, you're pulling yourself back so that you're not shoving it down their throats type of thing. And this would be like the throat chakra right here, with the swords, which is air, which is communication. So that is where you're at and where you're going right now. And as you can see, these energies, what we spoke about in the very beginning, your heart is opening up, and the energies around you, which are your spirit people, your guides, your spirit energies, are helping you to release the hard times, the tough times, the sad times. So just by letting go of a burden, this burden could be anything that drains your energy, anything that pulls you away from things that you don't like. So you have learned to release that. This is fantastic. This is beautiful energy. Okay, so with this, where you are right now, okay, so this is jumping right out. That's a lot of cards there. Okay, so let me just take a look at them. Okay. Wow. Okay, so Spirit wants you to know this. Keep going the way you're going. Don't look back. Keep working to become a master craftsman at what you're doing. You are heading to be like a motivational speaker, possibly. And do not give up on pursuing the unknown. Keep pursuing the unknown and the mysteries, and go deep. Consider starting to do moon rituals on a regular basis, whether it's the new moon, the full moon, doesn't matter. Start getting into moon rituals, and you will find that things will start getting clearer and clearer and clearer. So my intent with that was to talk about what to let go, but Spirit wanted you to see these cards here specifically to encourage you to keep going with what you're doing. Okay. This is really good. You're being invited to explore the mysteries of the universe. Okay, so as part of letting go, okay, let go of rushing. Don't rush. Take your time, because the things that you are learning right now, if you rush through them, it's going to be like sloppy work. What you get back is going to be confusing to you, and it's going to look out of whack. So take your time. Take your time with this new life, this new avenue, this new branch, this new chapter that you have built for yourself and that you're building for yourself. Do not rush it. And try not to bring in the old way of thinking. Stick with this new way of thinking, this new perception. Okay, stick with these new perceptions that you are coming up with, because that is your energy. This card here is your energy, and this is the card of the energies around you that are helping you. So keep investigating those new perceptions and continue releasing things that cause burdens. Okay, if you hang out with somebody and you are so completely drained when they leave, even though you love being around them, you love chatting, and there's the back and forth conversations, that person could be an energy vampire, and they're sucking your energy out of you because they're trying to bring you into their energy too much. Concentrate on your own energy. This is fantastic. This is a beautiful reading, and keep up the good work. Keep going. Okay, I have a deck that's called The Soul Truth Self-Awareness card deck. Okay, so let's pull a card from that, and this could be, let's say this is your journaling question for today. You know how sometimes you sit to write something and you don't know what to focus on? Okay, this is a journaling question for you for today. Okay. Am I ready to let go of this buried shame? Whoa, okay. The feeling of shame is the lowest energy frequency there is. When you live in shame, you live in darkness. What part of you is ready to stand in the light? Is there any shame from a past experience that is ready to be healed? Today's soul action: heal the shame by giving it a name. Bring it into the light and let it be seen, heard, and healed. It's revival season. Replace the shame with your soul's truth. Fill in the blank. My soul's truth is blank. Okay, I've heard of doing this before. And what you do is, okay, so let's say your shame is, I don't know, let's say your perception is based on something from the past. And you could call that shame perception shame. So we call this little misperception, and we say, okay, perception, what part of you is influencing my energy right now? And you might say something like, I view this green emerald as not shining. So misperception is not seeing the green emerald shine. And you start writing this out like it's an interview with perception, and you just keep asking yourself questions as if you were writing in a chat to somebody and they're responding back to you. And it's very, very interesting what comes out. And if you have a hard time doing it, like starting it at first and nothing comes to mind, get your deck of cards and let Spirit pick a card for you. Like perception. Okay, so you might pick the card, your perception of, say, the moon. What is my perception of the moon? And you might say something like, well, I'm scared of the moon. And then you go into why. And that why could be something as simple as you're listening to too many other people about their version of the moon. And it creates fear. So then fear, now you're getting into shadow work, and you go through this process and you write it down, and just go as much as you feel like, and you don't have to, you can continue it, to be continued, and then continue, and then put it aside, and then come back. So you can dedicate a journal notebook just for this. And then each time you go back and you look at the name of, perception, little misperception here caused me to be afraid of the moon, not caused me, but because of my perception, I'm afraid of the moon. And then you come back to that at the next full moon or the next new moon, and you do the same thing again. And keep doing that for the moon phases. And when you go back and read what you've written, 6 months or a year later, you'll be fascinated on what you read and what you wrote. It will fascinate you. So that's just an idea. If you decide to try that, then I got kind of carried away there. But that is something to try. So there. Okay, so with that, I shall conclude this reading. It's been a pleasure reading for you today, and I hope you come back again soon for another daily reading. I wish you the best, and see you again soon. Bye for now.